Hello and welcome to a long format video after a very long time, where we'll look at the different secrets this game has in the game map. We'll not go through missions or side missions, but just walk around the map and take a look at the different secrets I found after playing this game, I think for around 1300 hours and covering more than 100 playthroughs. So one of the first things I'll show you guys is something I've not yet covered in any short. It was a neat little detail that the devs put in the game, but somehow I did not notice it and I never included it in any video. The thing it involves is the hanging area, which if players can see, we come here multiple times when Mr. Dandruff is hung, and then the electric chair mission, but many of us did not notice that if we keep going through here and do not stop, there's actually a separate entry from here that goes into the graveyard. So anybody who's hung here is directly brought and is buried. So we don't have the problem of making a show of the dead criminals and carrying them around town. So that's one of the things which I discovered it recently, and come to think of it, there's a similar situation in the courthouse. If we travel there and look at the courthouse, we see a similar interesting detail. There's a separate way through which criminals can be brought inside the courthouse, and they are not taken in through the front gate. But the thing is, they should have let us enter the courthouse and maybe take a look at it, but it is not designed. I actually tried to find out if the thing is designed from the inside, but it's actually not. There's a single room and that's it. It is not designed. So that was a disappointment. Maybe today in the first video we'll cover the areas within the city and go around checking whatever secrets or unique things we find. Now, most of us know that if we come here in the epilogue, we can see Tilly, right? And there she is. But funny enough, if we do this, the cutscene is triggered, and maybe we'll do it one more time. Let's do it again. I must warn everybody, this is an extreme low honor thing, and I do not recommend you do it. But why not? Now Tilly is running, and she runs at super speed. Let's get back to what we were doing or initially planning to do. So the reason why we see her here and not anywhere else in the city is because of this. This is the city hall. Look at the place. It's the city hall, the seat of power, and if she wants to change policies and such things, it's the place where you protest. Even today we protest in front of government offices if we want to get something done. So that's how it goes. One of the other things which can be noticed here, which I covered in another video, is the VOD design that Rockstar did for their game. The way this can be showed is, let's do this and get the lady on the other side of the fence and drop her on the other side here, and now untie her. She actually is trapped, and this is the hilarious thing that has no rhyme or reason why this happens, but this happens anyway. She is trapped and she will keep on running in circles. So she will keep running in circles, but she will not be able to get out. So that is one of the things. But if we do this, and I need somebody else. Okay. So we do this and get this gentleman up on the other side. It's actually fun discovering she's still struggling there. But if we drop him on the other side and actually cutting loose, he's still running in circles. He'll actually jump and escape. There was a lot of content that was removed before the game was finally released, and it's actually sad that we did not get to see a lot of it. Another neat little detail which we see is in the market, the fresh fruits and veggies market that we have here. It's actually a small detail that I discovered after quite a lot of playthroughs. That is, you can pick up apples and such things from here and buy them. If I'm not wrong, you can do the same thing for apples, I guess. Maybe on the other side. Okay, we can do it for carrots. So this was a nice little detail which we can do. This is another unique detail which sort of is an Easter egg. This house is based on Sandra Bullock's house in New Orleans, and they put an exact replica of the house that she has. It's unfortunate that as most of the buildings in the city, this is another house that cannot be explored. You can try taking a peek inside, but it's not developed. That's sad. This guy is everyone's favorite, and the easiest way, the best way which he can be used is to tie him up and complete Horseman 5, I think it is, and nobody bats an eyelid. There are some people who run away seeing what we are doing to him, but mostly nobody bothers, even the cops don't bother. So what happens is we can easily, albeit slowly, drag him around the city and complete Horseman 5. Now if we go to a little bit into the details that are on the periphery of the town, so the first thing that comes to mind is the meat factory and the railway tracks around it. So if we look at the railway tracks, which are frequently used by the trains, they appear shiny and they look used. But if we go to the tracks that come out from the factory, which is not in use, they look rusted and not in use. So that was a brilliant detail, and most players are not even supposed to see it. We can see it here that they are completely different, and they actually took the trouble to do this. It's beyond impressive. This one's interesting. This lady dunks some shit on this guy and walks in. But funny enough, the house is not rendered. So what happens is she just stands in that corner and stays there till the player walks away. She's standing there and she keeps standing there. She's stuck actually. It's hilarious that she can be tormented. Another interesting thing is the Trolley Crash, where Dutch loses his mind. If players remember, if you guys remember, this wall was broken. The Trolley Crash is here. And this wall was broken, completely broken. But here, if you see in the epilogue, it's been rebuilt, and you can see the broken walls, remnants, parts and bricks still here. This one is another hilarious ending. This guy looks more disheveled and ragged when we meet him during the main story, and we can buy a book from him. And so what we can do is we get the book, read that crap completely, and once it's done, maybe spend a couple of days before going back to the location, right? So now what we're going to do is go back to the location and see if he has spawned again. He's still here. We'll ask for a refund this time, and we actually can ask for a refund. The funny thing is we can actually get back the entire money we spent plus a couple of dollars from him. Now maybe we meet Telly and have a small conversation before we end the video. If you're still watching the video at this point and would like some laid-back gaming content, maybe subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in another part of the Red Dead map with some more secrets and Easter eggs.